Welcome back. Welcome back. You saw the name of my channel in the intro. Ray Ray to a Henry. Who am I? I'm Unc L. You call me Unc for short. Why? Because I'm old as hell and I'm somebody's uncle. And I'm that uncle that tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Rest in peace, Pops. Miss you every day, sir. With that said, what's the title of this video? Are men hiding from women? Yes, we are. We're hiding because the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Most modern women do not offer enough for the average man to make them worth dating. With that said, I'm not going to keep running my mouth and yapping. I got this clip from a channel called Logical Dating. I'm going to add him in the title, and I'm going to put a link in the description to his channel. Go over there and give him a sub. Watch some of his material. He's very insightful. With that said, let's get into the clips.
Trying to understand why I look this good and I am this single. Like, I have my own money, I have my own mind, I have my own business, but I don't have my own man. Like,
who is like so ready to get married. I'm sick of being single. I'm sick of having to tell people like, yes, I'm single, because I so badly want my husband. I have so much love that I'm ready to give, and I'm just ready to be taken. I'm ready for a ring to be on this finger once and for all. Not just engaged.
Okay. For the first lady, the black chick, the black lady. I gotta be honest with you, she's very attractive, but her whole frame is a tad bit masculine. And what do I mean by that? She got when she said she didn't understand why she was single, and then she got to naming off her positive attributes. I have money, I have a degree, I have my own business. You know what? You would make a great husband for some lady. But men, we don't care about stuff like that. We don't care. For the entirety of our history, women have not really had assets except for the past, 50, 60 years. Most through the entirety of our history as humans, most women have not had assets like that. So what does that mean? That means women have never used assets to attract men. So therefore, we don't care about what you have. We care about how you treat us. That's literally how men are wired. We care more about how you treat us, your degrees, the amount of money. I mean, that stuff can come into play. And if you're the type of woman that's willing to utilize your resources to help us get ahead as a couple, that's fantastic. But a lot of women aren't. A lot of women want to find a man so they can sit back and let the man do what he needs to do as a man. And you know, if that's what you want, that's fine. But you can't go out here and get all these degrees and believe that those degrees and those accolades are going to attract a man. It's not going to attract the type of man you want, a masculine provider. It's going to attract a weak beta type man that wants to live off you like a parasite. And as far as the second lady goes, the blonde chick, she didn't give enough information. She's pretty, you know. I don't know why she hasn't found who she's looking for. It might be that she waited too long, because feminism, has told these ladies that they can take their prime years and focus on other things other than getting a man that will make a great husband and a great father, to focus on these other stuff that men don't care about. And then when they hit 29, 30, 31, 34, 35, they can't figure out why they can't find a man, because those guys that are your age range are dating younger chicks. You have to get those guys when they're young and building. I hope it works out for her.
Where the fuck do y'all be hanging out? Because wherever that is, I want to be there. Want to know why? Because yes, I do want you to chase me. I do want you to pursue me. I do want you to do everything in your power to try to win me over.
How about new?
But I also want to chase you and
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
pursue you. But for some reason, the average man doesn't want that or like that, which puts me in a very difficult position because I love a chase. I love a good chase. And I know that as a woman, that shouldn't be my role, but I can't help it. This is who I am. This is who I've been my whole entire life.
Question for all the hot single men out there. Where are you? No, seriously, where are you? Because you're not out at the weekends. You're not in some quaint little coffee shop reading a book, being all sexy and mysterious. You're not on Hinge or Bumble. You are certainly not on Tinder. So where are you? Where is your location? My phone has never been so dry. My phone is drier than the grits the UK government are not using to grit the roads and pavements this winter. That's how fucking dry my phone is. Like, do you all just group together and go live in some far off island in the middle of nowhere? It would make fucking sense by this point. I could not tell you the last time I met a guy who was really attractive, funny, had the personality of more than a fucking teaspoon. So where are you? Help a gal out this festive season. Drop your location.
Yeah, to the young lady, the first young lady, the brunette with all the makeup on that says, I love a chase. I love a chase. Yeah, those days are over with. We're not chasing you. A lot of women are not worth chasing. They have excessively high body counts, which makes it hard for you to bond with men. The more bodies that you get, the harder it is for you to when you actually find that man that you believe you want to be with, you're always going to have doubts in your mind because you have all these different men to compare that guy with. We're not chasing a lot of you women because a lot of you women have excessively high body counts. A lot of you women have excessively high amounts of debt. Y'all are trying to do stuff for the gram. Y'all are trying to keep up with the Joneses. Y'all Effinism has convinced y'all that y'all need to be a boss chick, and y'all go out and spend thousands of dollars and get thousands of dollars in loans for degrees in basket weaving and non-STEM and science-related careers that don't really make money to justify the amount of debt you go into to get the degrees. Y'all are just, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. And that's not counting the fact that feminism has convinced y'all that y'all need to wait until you're 30 until you try to find a man. Nah, by then a lot of y'all have got so much baggage and so much
emotional damage
that y'all are, it's hard. No. We'll find younger women that have had less scumbags in their life and had less scumbags passed through our body. And for the second blonde chick, the British chick that asked where we're at, we're pursuing our goals and pursuing our hobbies and doing stuff that makes us happy. We're done trying to cater to some entitled women. Not all women are entitled, but there's a bunch of entitled women that believe that they're entitled to our attention and our money and our resources. No, it's a give and take. If you've ever watched Full Metal Alchemist, the anime, it's an equivalent exchange. And if you're not providing what we need, why would we even consider providing what you need? Why would we even put ourselves in the places where we would encounter you? We're at home enjoying our hobbies and our habits. We're playing Call of Duty. We're putting together models. We're doing everything that is bringing peace and tranquility and happiness to our lives. And unfortunately, a lot of times that doesn't involve several of you young ladies because y'all are not peaceful and y'all are not tranquil and y'all don't like the things that we like. If you would take the time to get to understand men or get to know men and take an interest in what he likes, you have no idea how that man would see you in a completely different light. But what do I know? I'm just a man trying to tell women what we need to be with them. Why would they listen to me?
He ain't lying.
It's
a little bit unfair. I'm so over waiting. Like, when is it gonna be my turn? What did I do wrong? The thing is, I don't even want to be getting married or having kids right now, but I'm just starting to get nervous.
We do not care.
What is wrong with me? I don't know why it's so easy for some people. I just feel like I'm never gonna find the person, if I even have a person. And I don't want to sit around swiping on dating apps and going on these first dates where you just sit down and you're like, let's see if we like each other. It just feels so forced. I don't want to be alone forever. I feel like we're playing musical chairs, and if I don't spend time on it right now, then I'm going to be the last one standing up when everyone sits down and everyone's going to get married and start having kids, and then I'm just going to be like the last single person and no one is going to have time for me. Like, I didn't have a bad childhood. It wasn't like super traumatic.
What are your standards
But
look
then,
like?
if it wasn't purity culture that messed me up and made me afraid to like date and take risks, then what is it? Like, why am I such a... I just feel like I'm always working so hard on something. I'm always working toward a goal. Like, when is it going to be my turn to like fall in love and relax and like chill? Even with content has been so cool over the past few months, but I still don't feel like I'm in a place where I have like such an engaged community that I can relax. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what people want to see from me, and that's so consuming. And when stuff doesn't do well, it just feels like my life isn't interesting enough. God, I always used to say that, like, how can you even record if you're that upset?
That's your problem.
Make it post.
Okay, I'm just, this is all supposition when it comes to this young lady, but I think her main problem is she waited too long and accumulated too many bodies. Now she's got to a point to where dudes that are actually in her dating range, that, you know, dudes that are that are perfect for her, she doesn't see them as dating options because of the dudes she's allowed in her life. Dating apps and social media have given a lot of people in general, but women in particular, too many options. And a lot of women feel like, well, if this guy doesn't work out, I can just jump online and get the next one. And they can while they're still young. But what they soon discover is that as they age, the options and the quality of their options decrease the older they get. You know, they kind of mess it up for themselves, because when they accumulate too many bodies and have too many boyfriends, they're always comparing the new guy to the old guy, and it only takes one little ick for a woman to just completely dismiss a dude that might have been perfect for her. You know, and another problem is a lot of women have had too many Chads and Tyrones or Jamals in their life, the top upper echelons. You got dating apps have allowed 4s and 5s to have sex with and have access to guys that are 8s and 9s, dudes that would never mess with them in person, on the streets, whatever. They would not mess with him. But because they can privately message this guy and say, hey, blah, 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 and then they'll go through and drop it off on some Netflix and chill type action. Well, now, after having sex with this dude 5, 6, 12, 13 times, they think that's their level. They think, well, I should get all 8s because I'm an 8, and they're actually a 4. And that's messing up the dating game. It really is. And last but not least, it really seems like that feminism has done true harm to women, because it tells them pursue degrees, pursue accolades that men don't care about, and while you're pursuing those accolades, live your life. Stack up your bodies, have as much casual sex as you want. It's not going to matter. You're equal to men. But the lifestyles that they lead directly turns off the type of men that they want to attract and want to bring into their lives. It's a catch-22. But let's see how it works out. Let's continue.
I just spent the morning paying bills and I'm done. Like, I'm done. I don't care anymore, and here's what needs to happen. One of you needs to move to Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada and marry me.
Stop it. Get some help.
You don't need to love me. Hell, you barely even need to hang out with me. We can be like most normal married couples and not have sex and barely talk. But we can split the bills. And who knows? Who knows? I'm not cooking. I don't go in the kitchen. But I'm a pretty good cuddler, if that even comes up.
Useless.
You live your life, I'll live my life. Sure, we share a bed because I have a small house and there's not a lot of bedrooms. But, that's okay.
Right. Yeah, that's a hard pass on whatever deal on whatever deal this lady believes she's offering. Nah, I'm good. She doesn't offer you. She says, I'm not gonna cook. We can just, and we don't have to have sex. We can be just like all other married couples. What do you believe you're offering that a man would, that's worth a man tolerating, interacting, and being involved with you? What makes it worth his while? You have nothing to offer. Nothing. Not youth. You're not unattractive, but you don't have, ma'am, you don't have nothing to offer. So I wish you luck. I hope you find who you're looking for, but yeah, good luck. Let's continue.
I have come to the realization that in my 27 years of life, I have never received the bare minimum from men. I went on a first date last night. The date was on Long Island. He was from Long Island. I'm from Queens. The date was 15 minutes from his house. This man drove to Queens to pick me up and then drive me back to Long Island to then drive me back home. Okay, first, that's for starters. Then, he tells me I'm outside. Okay, I walk outside. He's standing outside, waiting, holding the door open for me. I've never had that happen. Then he proceeded to hold every single door, pull out chairs for me, order for me. I'm like, gentlemen exist? This doesn't just happen in movies?
You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Yeah, what this young lady demonstrates, or is demonstrated, is that a lot of women are so used to toxic scumbags that they give complete access to. You know, they let them inside their lives, they let them inside their bodies. They treat these guys, they treat the toxic scumbags with wifey behavior. They're so used to dealing with the toxic scumbags that when a nice guy comes along, they can't believe it. They didn't even realize that men like this exist. And it's one of the reasons why we've given up on dating, because if you're a good guy, you have to come along and prove to a young lady that's allowed a bunch of scumbags in their lives, into their lives, you have to come along and prove that you're not one of them scumbags. And it's just not worth it. It's just not worth the effort, the time, the headache. It's not worth it. It is not worth it at all. It's not. Let's continue.
Go on. I just want to know, when are we as women going to take accountability for the men that we choose? And the things that we like. A lot of us women, we do not know how to choose a good man for nothing. And we have good men approach us all the time. Most women that I know, most women that I meet, we have all had experiences where we had a good man. We had somebody who would have treated us right, loved us right, cared for us, provided for us. That is, if you're doing what you're supposed to do as a woman to attract that.
And they don't.
Most women that I know who actually are worthy of having, they have had somebody cross their paths that would have been good to them, that would have appreciated them, that tried to love them, myself included.
You heard her say it. She said it. Most of these women have had good men in their lives that has treated them the way that they needed to be treated. But for whatever reason, that isn't what appealed to them. That isn't what they wanted. Accountability. That's the first thing she said. And I've said in previous videos, accountability is just like so with accountability being like kryptonite, you understand that women avoid accountability with every bit of energy they can. It's always a deflection. It's always, even when a woman does something wrong to her mate, to her husband, to her significant other, 9 times out of 10, some women, not all, some women will find a way to blame that man or that individual for the behavior they exhibited, instead of looking within and finding out what the core cause is of their toxic behavior. It's so sad.
If you're a woman that is under 5'5", leave the tall men alone. There are so many short guys that want a shot with a hot chick that's petite.
It's giving insecurity.
And there's a lot of tall women that need tall men. Like, I have a friend and she's literally 5 foot. 5 foot. And she's like, I love tall guys because they can just like throw me around. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I like guys that are like 6 foot and up. And I'm like, whoa, yeah. I'm like, you're 5 foot tall. If you dated someone 5'9", that's 9 inches taller than you.
5'5".
What else do you need? 9 inches is significant. You have to be with someone that's 6'4" in order to achieve the same height gap. And you know what? Like, there's a lot more men that are 5'9" than 6'4", trust me.
Right.
Here's the problem with this young lady's logic. There are a lot of men who like short chicks. The same way that women like tall men, a lot of us like short, voluptuous, stacked little short chicks. I don't know why. It's something, it's a visual thing. It's a short chick with a nice figure and nice curves looks like a fertility statue. You know, the kind that you would see in ancient cultures and in a lot of indigenous and hunter-gatherer type cultures. Though they look like those little statues that fertility statues that would have the wide hips and the big bosoms and the small waist. I mean, I don't know what it is about the short chicks that sets off something. And I don't mean women that look like kids.
Stop it. Get some help.
No, I mean short women. They might be short, but when you look at them, you can tell they're all women. I don't know what it is. The same way that women like short, the same way that women like taller men is the same way a lot of us taller guys, because I'm 6'2". I like chicks that's, oh my God, 5 foot to 5'5". And I'm currently, I know a chick right now that's 4'10". Little chocolate thing. Oh my God, she is irresistible. But yeah, the same way women have preferences, men also have preferences. And ladies, you need to keep that in mind. If you want to be successful in capturing and acquiring a husband. But who knows? A lot of y'all, it seems like a lot of y'all don't care. With that said, I'm going to wrap this up right here because I have a habit of making long videos. I'm trying to shorten them up, but oh well, I'll figure it out. I'm still learning the ropes on how to do this. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for listening. If you would, please give me a like, give me a share, and give me a sub. This video clip came from a channel called Logical Dating. I'm going to put the link to his channel in the description, and I'm going to add him in the title. So please go over there and give him a sub. And I thank y'all for listening.